Hey guys, so today's message is to face those adversities head on. I pulled the adversity card from the empowerment deck and it says, see the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. And I was just thinking of, just going through those challenges because, using those challenges and using those times to build you, to teach you, which can say so much about your character, how strong you are, what you are capable of, and knowing that your strength is something that is unmatched because not everyone desires to learn from the difficulties like you do. Like if you take a challenge and you use it to learn more about yourself. And sometimes there have been times where like I've gone through a challenge and I'd be like, I can't take any more of this, but I've taken more of it and I've like used that like later on to get through even harder stuff. Like I don't even know, so many things I could think of at this time, but if there's something in your life, because I was also getting this sense of like all of the cards that I've been getting and all of the empowerment messages I've been giving have been a lot about like reflecting, recognizing all that you've been through, all that you've endured, and all you have like again made it through all of those challenges, and also choosing your perspective wisely and how you want to see something, because you can take those challenges as like something like, I think I said this yesterday, but like something that has happened to you, not for you, and like you've which I feel like a lot of times like we can again depending on your perspective, but we could think like, oh, like woe is me, this sucks, life sucks, like I'm never gonna get out of this, like that kind of thing. But if you flip your perspective and use that adversity to again make you stronger, to teach you how much you can get through, and I feel like it just makes it a little bit easier the next time, like learning your capabilities and like sort of like, I don't even know, I feel like expand on them. Like I feel like when you have like a rubber band or something and you can like keep stretching it so you can like test the, I forget what that word is, but like to keep stretching it out, basically to keep not testing it, I can't even remember the word, but I'm just gonna keep going. I hope that makes sense. So like just stretching your abilities and just working on them every single day. Like yesterday something happened to me and I was like, I wanted to say something so bad, it was on the tip of my tongue, but I just told myself I wasn't gonna. I was like, what, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want the repercussions. And also like, yeah, I might feel like that right now, I might be really angry right now that just happened, but you know what, like that moment is going to be fleeting. And I feel like that also in the situation I was in, that says more about the other person and what they're doing than how I was reacting. Like that person was doing that probably to get a reaction out of me, so like I'm not even going to entertain that. So again, picking and choosing and not being like, oh, why is this happening to me, but being like, I can get through this. I've gotten through this so many times over my entire lifetime. I'm not going to let this person affect me because they just don't deserve that attention. They don't deserve that like reaction from me. But this could also be like I said, a pivotal moment in all of our lives because of everything that I've been sharing lately. And I feel like there's a big theme of growing and reflecting before going into the next phase. So continue to be yourself through whatever you are going through that's going to bring you into your next phase. Continue to keep reflecting, choosing yourself, and to use the chaos to, did he jump? He's behind me, he's right here. Use the chaos to grow, and use that as something to be grateful for. Like using that chaos as something that is going to teach you about yourself, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Like I feel like even when the chaos feels like a never-ending moment as it's happening, know that there's an even stronger version of you being born from it. And you're kind of like building a new version of yourself with every experience you have, like every setback. If you're at work and you've sent the completely wrong document and the other document got lost, like that can teach you, are you going to give up? Are you going to give in? Or are you going to suck it up and like accept it and move forward from it? Whatever. I want to say both of those at the same time. whether you have to like redo that project or not, or, you know, you find the file, whatever it is, but that was just an example. But just figuring out whether you want to let that keep you down or if you want to build from it. And, you know, our challenges can sometimes be there to show us just how strong we can be, like I said, and they can even be there to see how we handle something before we receive it. And I was thinking, like, if you're a musician, if you want to be a singer and you want to do festivals and all those great things, doing those festivals, being in front of tens of thousands of people is going to set you up for a lot of criticism, a lot of other people's comments and opinions. And sometimes we experience those things and we come in direct contact with them. Like if somebody is saying something to you, that is going to be a test of like your strength. It is going to be a challenge that is going to see how you're going to respond, so that when you are actually doing those festivals and you're actually in the spotlight, in the public eye, like the way you want to be, like as a musician, whatever it is, how are you going to handle that same situation? So sometimes I feel like we can be in smaller situations, not smaller, but I mean like not exactly to the point of where we want to be. Like again, if you want to be a musician and you're still like at the beginning stages of that, but you are facing like all of these difficulties, know that those difficulties and those challenges are just shaping you into being that musician that you want to be. So like if you want to do something and you've set your intention for that, you are going to receive a lot of what that person is going to receive. I hope that makes sense. So like if you want to be the CEO of a company, a CEO is going to have a lot of decisions and have to guide and teach other people and be there for them, to be patient, to be, you know, headstrong, and to be the person that other people look to. So, you know, in order to be that person, that CEO, you have to embody those traits and then go through similar situations that they would be in. And, you know, while you were building up to be that person, or, you know, if it's just like a CEO of your own company, you're just starting your business, there's also a lot of like, this just like is another topic, but just came to my mind. There's a lot of like customer service, you know, talking to people, being polite and respectful to people. You don't have to be like nice all the time, but being respectful is, you know, vital in being a business owner, like, or, you know, just also like being around other people in public. But yeah, but mostly like being a business owner. There's a lot of respect that goes into being in that position. And again, like knowing how you are going to handle something before you actually get it, and figuring out like if this is even something that you still want, if you want to pivot. Again, like I said, I think yesterday that pivoting and changing is normal, and I feel like it should be more acceptable. Like you can restart at any time, and you can like put your hands up and say like, I don't like this anymore. I'm not jiving with this anymore. So like that is totally okay, but keep going and making those steps however you feel they are for you. Like if you want to keep going down a path, or if you want to restart the path, or you want to go down a completely different one, totally up to you. But yeah, use those challenges, use those setbacks, whatever you want to call them, obstacles, to really show you who you are, who you can be, and what is possible for you. And allow yourself to grow from the challenges. Like I feel like allowing ourselves to do that is can be difficult. Again, like I think I said this at the beginning, not everybody desires to learn from their difficulties, learn from their challenges, but that is vital in growing. And again, meeting like the greatest expectation that you have for yourself, or the greatest version that you envision for yourself. But know that there isn't anything put in your way that you can't handle. You know, you'll keep growing, you'll keep learning from other things. There were things that, like, as I was writing this, I was like, okay, there were things that, like, I experienced in middle school. I was also thinking about this earlier. Things I experienced back then, like 15 years ago, and I just thought was the end of the world. Like, ending my first relationship. And I was like, I am down for the count. Like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. This is not for me. And that was like 10 years ago. And I'm fine. I'm still obviously living. I'm still here. And I made it through it. And I've grown a lot. Like, would not have that same reaction over that person again. in the best way for me. So yeah, we grow and we learn and we take all of those challenges, those times where we just want to throw in the towel, and we learn from them. We do something with them, because at that point I was like, you know what, I gotta, like, what else am I gonna do if I am going through my life continuing like not being happy? And you know, why do I want to feel that way? Why would you want to let that challenge keep you down when you know you don't have to, and when you know you can get through it? Again, based off of everything you've been through, all of the adversities you've experienced. And I was gonna say something else, but I've already forgotten the word. And yeah, just all of that kind of stuff. And like I said, a lot of the messages lately have been about growth and reflecting. So if you feel like reflecting on the other things you've been through to give you a little bit of inspiration and motivation to get through more things and to get you through whatever you're going through now, that is, you know, that's amazing too. I was doing the same thing like yesterday, and you know, days before, the past couple weeks and stuff like that. So reflect, be kind to yourself too. And I was thinking this earlier, but I don't know what's wrong with my memory today. I think I'm just so tired. This is a later message than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. We go through it. But I was just like going through like a lot of my jewelry projects and stuff and finishing a lot of things I was doing, but I finished it all and I'm putting this up and then I'm going to go chill. So I hope this was really, really helpful for you to use those gifts as, use the challenges as a gift, I should say. I was reading the card, but I was getting myself confused. So see the gifts in the challenge on the first line. See the gifts in challenge. And take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Even if you see, this is what I was going to say, even if you experience another situation from the past and, you know, you're trying to, you know, work on your reaction, strengthen your reaction, and you just feel like you're being a little hard on yourself, I've been there too. Just be kind to yourself. Like, know that you at least recognize it, that you want to react differently. Sometimes I've lost my temper and I've been like, you know what, I know better than that. But, you know, we just be kind to ourselves, and, you know, next time it comes up. I also feel like in the between time, like being a little bit calmer, being a little bit more patient, deep breathing, like releasing that stress. And at least, you know, for me, when the situations when I lose my temper. So if you're in a situation like that, just do your deep breathing, do, you know, some writing, do some walking, even scream into a pillow, scream outside, anything like that would help you release it. So in a healthy way. I love to scream sometimes. I feel like we should be screaming more, and we should be just loud more instead of like hiding it and keeping it in. So go ahead and scream. Go scream. I hope that helps. I hope that's cathartic for you. And I hope this was a helpful message in whatever way you needed it to be whenever you are seeing this. And I will be back tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's November. Happy November. I hope you have a great month. I hope you have a great weekend, day, whatever day you are watching this. And I will see you guys next time. My bracelet was stuck to my sweater. Bye for now.